This earth is God's marvelous creation, but the world of men is an evil and dangerous place. After so many failed military, financial, and hegemonic interventions among the nations of the world, followed by an array of economic, environmental, and social disasters at home, the USA will lick her wounds in veritable isolationism. Yet, America's vast arsenal of conventional and nuclear weapons will become her final undoing. According to the Bible, as Gog and Magog come down into the Middle East toward Israel, a faraway alliance will merely inquire about that approaching event. Have you assembled your company to seize plunder, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to capture great spoil? Ezekiel 38, verse 13. Then, on a coming fateful day, before that geopolitical alliance can respond, or even wants to respond militarily, something catastrophic will happen. God says that He will respond, and I will send fire upon Magog and those who inhabit the coastlands in safety, and they will know that I am the Lord. Ezekiel 39, verse 6. Who are those who inhabit the faraway coastlands in safety? David Wilkerson, author of The Vision, wrote another book, Set the Trumpet to Your Mouth, in 1985. He said, America's cup of iniquity is full. The bear is prepared and set to act. It is only a matter of time. From over the North Pole, the deadly missiles will come. Fear and some kind of supernatural impulse will cause the enemy to make the first strike. America's huge stockpile of weapons are but so many sticks and stones. There will be no retaliatory strike from this nation or its allies. Because of the suddenness and finality of it all, we will forbear to fight, and our missiles will remain in their hold. The unthinkable is going to happen to America and parts of Canada, and few will believe it. What a wonder from the heavens, as from the earth huge mushroom-type pillars of smoke rise. The rest of the world will see this awesome nuclear holocaust and will remain unrepentant. The Russians themselves will be terrorized by the destruction and havoc they unleash upon the world. Yet Russia will invade Israel because the American eagle is no longer there to defend her. Nevertheless, God Himself will deal with Russia with supernatural destruction beyond all description. A certain man in a Midwestern city had this graphic dream twice. Coming to the front door of his house, he saw a missile-like object speeding southward. Then he saw a tremendous flash of light and a cloud of destruction heading his way. With much fear, he was caught up in this rushing tide of ruin. But as he was lifted up, he felt an unspeakable joy arise within himself. He was being raptured heavenward. Another man wrote in God's game plan of his dream inspired by the first atomic explosion on the island of Japan in the Pacific. In the dream, I was watching the monstrous explosion. What I saw was an instantaneous bursting out in all directions of that titanic tidal wave of expanding heat and destruction. In that dream, I was being pushed barely ahead of the rushing devastation. Speeding along backwards just ahead of the rushing wave, I was watching the immediate despair as the rocket-fast fire and brimstone wave incinerated all. The tidal wave went on and on, seemingly forever. It was a literal lake of fire. Why will this happen? Our Lord has no delight in using His lake of fire and brimstone in His final battle. Yet He has already placed in His word that He is going to, because His enemy will never end his aggression against God and his people. And in mercy, God is going to shorten the final days of planet Earth for his people's sake, according to Mark 13, verse 20. Until then, take Jesus' words to heart that we must work for God while it is day, for the night is coming when no man can work. John 9, verse 4.